Hey, gang, happy Monday. So, a little rip roaring start up for the markets after a little sluggish morning. We're finally over that 35,000 on the Dow. Let's see if we can hold that and maybe move up on it. It'll be an interesting week this week, guys, and we're kind of playing it a little defensive. We're in that Apple trade. We tapped that this morning for about 50, 60%. Just a couple days. That was a nice little trade. We kept a couple contracts for the roll into earnings tomorrow. But we're not going to take any chances. We're not going to take a chance of giving that profit back. And then we rolled a little spider short. And I'll tell you why, guys. We got Tesla after the bell today. Tomorrow we've got some of the big ones coming out, right? We got Apple, I believe we got Microsoft and a couple others in there. But on Wednesday we've got the Fed, and we're kind of getting to the point where we're about halfway in the year. When do we start talking taper and things, the things the market doesn't want to hear? So just to be a little defensive, we're coming off a bunch of wins in a row, right? We had the Q long, we had the spider long, we had the spider short a couple weeks ago. And we've been tapping these wins out. So we just got a little defensive. Our portfolios are rock solid. Like I always teach you guys, big part of your portfolio is those stocks that you keep for the long term. So you get some of that compounding love and stuff. But as far as the options, we kind of stepped off. We've still got the PEJ out to the end of August. We still got the ET and the MRO oil plays. We'll get Chevron at the end of the week too. So we're starting to get some big oil, big energy earnings. And we'll see how that goes. But we think there's might be something with this Fed meeting, because it's about time they started talking about tapering. It's about time they started actually addressing the inflation. I know the 2-year, 10-year bond has been so low, right, that everybody's talking about deflation and stuff. I think that's a big mistake, guys, because it's a manipulated asset right now, right? Think where it would be if the Fed wasn't buying, what is it, $1 trillion a month or some bazillion dollars a month. So it's manipulated. It's really manipulated. So it's hard to tell where it really stands as far as inflation. We know we saw a real soft labor report last week. And we've got this Delta thing coming on, right? And this big battle over vaccinations and stuff. So, one eye on Wednesday, one eye on Tuesday. So, you know what I mean? So we played it safe, guys. And that's what we recommend whenever you're trading, is always take the safe route. Nobody ever lost money taking a profit. So we tapped most of that Apple out. We carried a few contracts for the earnings tomorrow. That way, if something does go wrong, we're not going to give all that profit back, right? It's already in our pockets. And then we took a little spider short just in case we do start getting to see what we expect to see out of the Fed. How about that Bitcoin, guys? Bitcoin was just going ape. You know what? Let me pull up some trading view charts here and we can go take a look together. Sorry, guys, I wasn't ready for this. There we go. Let me share my screen with you. All right, let's pop on over. So let's go take a look at some of the charts. You can see on that Dow Jones, it made a high about 15, 20 minutes ago. Kind of recoiled off that. We're over that 35,000 on the actual index. The Nasdaq's been nice and strong, but again, you see how that buying just dried up there. We're leery about some of this. You know what I mean? If you look at it, right? Let's pop on over to CNBC. If you really look at it, guys, you can see it. It seems like we're up 5% today, 2, 3, 4, 5% today, because every time these pop, they're making all-time highs, right? But really, if you look at it, we're up 0.03 on one, 0.11 on the spider, and 0.01 on the Dow. Really, we're not up that much. It's not that bullish. It is a bullish morning, but we need to see. We had some bad news from the home builders, right? There's a miss on that. It's just kind of discombobulated, guys. So let's see if this thing holds. Earlier in the morning, if you guys, let's go take a look at the chart on the Dow. You can see earlier in the morning, it actually pushed up towards that and it recoiled back over here. And then it just did it again. You see how it's recoiling back. You open that chart up, man, you're getting dangerously close to a triple top here. So, it's hard to tell. And we don't want to be guessing. So that's why we took that Apple profit. And then and we put a little short on the spider, and then we own some great stocks. So even if this thing does pop up and just go ballistic, then we'll still take advantage of it. But it's an interesting morning, guys. You know, it's not a really news driven morning, except for the news that we got about the housing boom and stuff like that is over as new home sales fall to pandemic low. That's not a good thing. Hasbro had some good earnings this morning. We had a couple kind of off the main vein companies report some good earnings, but it's just been a weird morning, right? It's almost like everybody's bullish, trying to make some money on these earnings reports. Tesla after the bell, and then you got the big ones tomorrow after the bell. But also too, there's an eye on that economy, and we know with the Dow Jones, especially with the Dow, I mean that's economically driven. Tech a lot oftentimes operates on its own, right? Think back to December and stuff. So look, guys, we called it a day. Like I said, we tapped out that Apple. We kept a couple contracts for the earnings. Maybe we get an earnings run tomorrow. We'll see how it goes with Tesla after the bell today. We didn't play Tesla at all. We took a look at the charts this morning, and I don't know, there was just nothing that excited us about it. And it's kind of a crapshoot, right? On Tesla, guys, you know, you kind of be careful with that, because you think about it. One, we've been talking about how Tesla's lost its edge, and it seems like Elon's lost his way, right? He's just not even concerned about the car company anymore. It's all about Bitcoin. It's all about all these other things, but it's never about Tesla. We know Tesla faced the same hurdles that the other EV makers, your Neos, your GMs, your Fords and stuff, with the chip shortage, right? And that's supposed to be resolving already. They were talking about the second half of the second quarter. We're now into the first half of the third quarter. So that's probably starting to resolve a little bit. But you look at all the noise that came from your Neos, your GMs, your Fords, how much there's a potential for, you know, people that would have bought Teslas, maybe to step back and say, well, maybe I'm wait a couple months, see what the Ford one looks like, the GM one, where, you know, I can get a better price, I can support, you know, this and that. So it's interesting. And so we'll see. We're stepping back. Like I said, we picked up that spider short today, just a small play on a spider short, and that's based on the kind of anticipation maybe for some not bad words from the Fed, but just words that the market doesn't like to hear, right? Like taper. Anyways, so look, guys, that's what we suggest. Call it a Monday. Go relax. It was a great weekend. Let's kind of slowly work back into the week. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, okay, with tomorrow morning's update. You guys have a fantastic Monday. Let's see how Tesla rocks after the bell.